here's a fun fact NASA tweeted out today. Astronaut Scott Kelly will drink 730 liters of recycled sweat and urine during his #Year in Space. And get this, he's volunteering to do it. Volunteering to spend a year in space in the interests of science. His identical twin brother, Mark Kelly, will stay here on Earth, drinking water, presumably. And scientists will be able to compare the brothers a year from now. Arthi Pol reports on twins who are making history.
Farewell from Kazakhstan. Astronaut Scott Kelly, along with 2 Russian cosmonauts, are off. The start of a mission that's never been done before, comparing a set of twins, one in orbit, one on Earth.
We used to finish each other's sentences, but that's just because we grew up together.
Scott and Mark Kelly, identical twins, born 6 minutes apart, both astronauts. Today, both subjects of a year-long study on how humans fare in space. Mark came to wave goodbye to his brother. He's now retired and married to former Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords. Scott will be in orbit for a year and Mark will be examined here on Earth.
This is really going to help us learn a lot about the negative effects of space on our human physiology.
Living for a year in a zero-gravity environment affects the body in a number of ways. Muscle atrophy, bone density loss, your heart can weaken, eyes can lose their shape. Then there's the psychological impact, being isolated in a small space for an extended period of time. The twins will undergo daily testing to see how each is doing.
It's a chance not only to make very direct comparisons between 2 individuals who are, or at least at one time were, genetically identical.
Most expeditions to the International Space Station last between 4 to 6 months. Kelly will be in space for 342 days. Examining how he does is critical as NASA looks ahead to journey deeper into space. A trip to Mars, for example, could last longer than 500 days. NASA says today's launch is all part of the 2030 plan to get to the red planet.
We have a lot to learn in terms of understanding how to be farther out into the solar system and to live and work there in a way that we haven't before.
And liftoff.
And a large chunk of that work started today. 6 hours to the ISS and a year until they're back on Earth. Arthi Pol, Global News, Washington.